You can do it.
Hey, this is Simple Living with Beata. A year ago, we sold our home, moved into a trailer that we renovated, and 5 months later, we found our dream land to call home. We're taking our 18 acres of raw land and building a beautiful permaculture food forest and homestead and building our home from start to finish. This week, we're extending the parking lot area, and we're also getting the trail ready for the hydro line to go in so that we can eventually have electricity. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Let's get started. Today, I'm not gonna be at the property very long. I'm honestly really exhausted. And next week we have such a full week that it just seems important for me to rest. But I have my leeks that I'm gonna go plant out in the forest, and I'm gonna go measure the distance between our transformer, which is gonna just be behind our parking lot, all the way down to the hydro line. So I really wanted to grow these wild leeks closer to the house, but closer to the house is a lot of softwoods, and apparently wild leeks like growing in deciduous forests with hardwoods. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk to more of the middle of our forest where our maple bush is, and I'm gonna plant our wild leeks there. Welcome to our hardwood forest. So I have them all in the ground now. I'm so excited because it was my very first thing that I planted on the property for food, which is really cool. And of course, gardening season starts. Anyways, so I kept them out of the way of the hydro line, which is gonna be trenched next week. And now I'm gonna go measure the hydro line to make sure we get the right amount of cord, because if you don't, that's bad. So. We are at the pole where the hydro is going to be installed from across the street, and we're at 1,180 feet of hydro line. I'm going to go back and do it all over again, make sure I got it right. I'm thinking this is a little bit over what we actually need because I was kind of like weaving through trees that aren't going to be there. Anyways, I think that we're just going to need 1,200 feet of cord because we need to be able to get it up the pole as well. And I just made it back with very similar numbers, so. So we're at the property, my stepdad is here, and it's like overnight. These black flies are insane. Anyways, we're just waiting for the excavator to come, and I'm really excited for this week. I think this week is going to be like a 2-part series because there's a lot to get done. So some bad news is that we thought the excavator was going to be here first thing, and it's not going to be here for another 1.5 to 2 hours. So we are going to go walk the area where we need to dig for the hydro line, and I think I'm going to start cutting some trees. So yeah, let me introduce you to Craig first. Okay, so this is Craig.
Good morning.
So a little bit about Craig. How long have you been using an excavator for?
A very long time, probably 40 years.
Yeah, and how was it when I was using the excavator back in the fall when we were doing the driveway?
You were sort of like that first year when I started doing it. I'm not even quite there yet.
When you were like 8?
Yeah, like when I was like 9.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm in the wedding rental business. So I rent benches, arbors, backdrops, different things for outdoor weddings.
Yeah.
And then I'm a handyman on the side.
And a great poppy.
A great poppy and a free stepdad.
Yeah. Free labor right here. I'm gonna get started on the hydro trail and start cutting down the trees that we need to take down, and hopefully the excavator gets here soon. Excavator is finally here. Oh my goodness. Excited?
Super pumped.
Okay, so Craig is gonna work on excavating the parking lot area, and I'm gonna go back into the bush and start cutting our path down. are coming along. I feel like we have a good system going where Craig's in the excavator moving some of the stuff, or like pulling a tree out of the bush, and I'm cutting, so that's working out really well.
You can do it.
You want me to cut it? Okay. Moving this brush by hand would have at least taken me an hour, so I'm so thankful for the excavator. And it's lunchtime. Okay, I'm gonna have my turn at this. It's been a while.
Yank and yank and yank, dig around it.
That little stump?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Don't run me over, please. Underway.
One eternity later.
My phone ended up dying, but I did get the stump out, which is great. But man, using an excavator is tricky, getting all of the different motions on each like stick that there is. I don't even know what they're called. Look at how pretty this rock is. I have to go pick up my daughter from school. We'll see how it goes from here. Should be interesting. Whoa! Wait, it's the end of the first day. Good morning. Okay, I have my lunch packed. I have this PVC pipe in the car testing out to see if I can fit the other ones from Home Depot in. And we're actually gonna be using this in the driveway because there's gonna be a little bit of a drainage issue in the parking lot area. So I have to go to Home Depot, grab some more, drop my daughter off at school, and yeah, should be a great day. I made it. I mean, it felt a little bit ridiculous, and one day I'll be able to get a truck, but as of right now, this works. Okay, I have 10 minutes before Craig is here. I'm gonna get the excavator fired up and try to use it a bit. I am so rocky. I think like left is right and right is left and down is up and up is down. Like, it's so backwards to me. So anyways, hopefully I can get used to it by the end of the week. Had a good half hour on there, and Craig is definitely way better, but I'm getting the hang of it. I was trying to make this wall over here a little bit more even, and I think he'll have to finish doing that, but yeah. And Craig is back at it way faster than me. Okay, time to get the chainsaw fired up, and I'm gonna keep working on the 1,200 foot trail that our hydro line is going to be on while Craig works on the parking lot. This poplar here is leaning a lot, and I'm gonna try the bore cut or the plunge cut again. We'll see how I do. Just because when you're cutting, you have to be careful with barber chair. What happens is the back cut and the pressure of it leaning forward can cause it to come out. So it's definitely concerning for a tree that's leaning so much. And I'm going to send the tree right through these two. So that's the goal. Hingewood too. I'm really proud of this one. This was my first successful plunge cut. Craig is digging a trench here for the pipe to go in, and we're gonna lay that down.
It puts pressure on the rock and it cracks the pipe.
Okay,
So rocks can go to the side,
but not on top.
not right beside it or on top.
Okay. Oh, it feels good to be in the shade. And now I'm back on the trail, cutting it further back. I just have to clean this area up, and then I'm gonna keep going further down. So it's about 10 minutes until I have to go pick up my daughter from school. So I got a lot more work done on the trail here. I'm about halfway. I'll finish up cutting it tomorrow while he trenches behind me. I think he's just finishing up working on the parking lot area and maybe getting a little bit more work done that way. First time parking in our parking lot. So that is the end of day 2 with the excavator. We still have 3 more days and so much more to get done. We have to excavate the build site and also excavate the homestead area. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. I'm excited to see you next week for a part 2. And if you're enjoying my content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments what you're learning or if you have any tips. We'll see you next week. Bye.